We introduced Gatherplots, an extension of scatterplots to manage overplotting for categorical data while keeping individual object identities. First, we will start with a car dataset. Here is a scatterplot with horsepower and MPG variables. If we change the view to plot with cylinders and MPG, Scatterplots produces overplotting with cylinders. A jittering technique can help determine the size of each group. However, when there are multiple subgroups such as origin of US, Europe, and Asia, it is hard to judge the distribution of each group. Gatherplots presents the overview of the distribution easier. Gatherplots can also be used with categorical variable for each axis. Here, cylinders and origin are both categorical variables. For comparison, this is how it would be shown with scatterplots, and also jittering technique. Again, here's the view with gatherplots. Here is another view how stacking nodes works with continuous variables for the color dimension. Here the color of nodes represent weight, which is a continuous variable. Having ordered arrangement makes it easier to discern minute change in colors. For comparison, this is how it would show in scatterplots, and also with the jittering technique. Here again, this is the view with gatherplots. Here we will explore other features of gatherplots with categorical variables. This dataset is the survivors of Titanic. First, we will begin with all the people on board. Here, an X and Y axes are not defined yet. Let's see how many people survived in general. Pink shows the number of who survived, and the gray shows the number who did not. Now let's see the gender-wise difference. The x-axis shows each group of gender. It looks like between male and female among each group, female had survived more likely. Can we observe this pattern in jittering? Now let's add a categorical variable. This plots the class and gender. The different number of elements in each group makes it difficult to compare the percentage directly, especially for the male groups of people from second and third class and crew look similar to each other. To support comparison of each subgroups, here survival, within groups of different size, we have a normalized view. The size of nodes change to make the entire group size same. Now we can see that the male crew had better survival rate than the male from second and third class. Here again is the comparison between the absolute mode and the normalized mode. Gatherplots can be also effective with overplotting for continuous variables. In this plot, you can see overplotting over the range where x value is near 4. Let's see how Gatherplots handles this. We apply binning to partition the variable into discrete intervals. The trend over the region where overplotting was severe is now more clear. As the size of bins is important, you can also change the bin size. The regions where there are only small numbers of nodes are less visible. The normalized mode can show the distribution of these subgroups enlarged.